go too far, ladies.
Yeah, you gotta come really close to us.
Stay close, stay close.
We gotta huddle.
Yeah, because we want to make sure the volume's there. Let me bring this closer. Hello? Okay.
Oh, it's listening to us. Hello.
Yeah. Say something, Jepha?
Say something, Jepha.
All right, try.
I need to get closer.
Yeah. Or project your voice.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Hey, yo. All right. I'll cut you a little
I feel weird that I'm going to yell at your face.
You're not yelling at my face.
Ask me a question!
Okay.
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
They're so fluffy.
All right. Hey, everyone. It's Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood. Welcome back. I'm Ashley, your host.
And I'm your co-host, Delia. How you doing?
And we're here today with Jepha Mooi, cult leader, I'm kidding. Leader of Chick Jitsu. Say hey.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're a black belt. I know you're up north in Florida, and you've been traveling more now. I've been seeing you. Tell us a little bit about how you even got started with all this Chick Jitsu stuff.
Cool. So with Chick Jitsu, it essentially started as like women's class. I didn't really talk to you over here. It was like a women's class that ran for 2 hours, and essentially it was to help out with like self-defense and stuff. Yeah, so we kind of needed a name for it. Over time, it became Chick Jitsu.
Okay.
You know, but it had like kickboxing, fitness, and like we discussed how to be healthier and safe, that kind of stuff.
So you teach all those things?
All those things.
All those things.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sit there and be like, you know, telling me like everyone what to eat afterward, you know, and like keep them all healthy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then you recently got your black belt, you said.
Yes.
From who?
So I'm over from Roger Alex in Warrior Combat in Lakeland.
Warrior Combat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the first one I did, right?
We
Like
hosted,
that green and black gym?
Yep. We hosted 2 Chick Jitsus there now. Yeah.
Cool. I like that gym actually.
It was
spacious.
really nice. Yeah.
How long have you been doing jiu-jitsu now?
So I'm going on like...
Jiu-Jitsu or Chick Jitsu?
No, Jiu-Jitsu.
And they kind of sound the same.
I was on her lane. Oh, the journey.
I want the journey.
So I've been doing jiu-jitsu for coming at 11 years now.
Wow.
Martial arts for 12. I started with kickboxing. Okay. Jiu-jitsu was like not part of the curriculum in the beginning.
Very different, I would imagine.
Yeah. Okay. So that's been, I mean, still, it's one of those things where it was a slippery slope. I went in for like Muay Thai self-defense, and all of a sudden they're like, you need to sign up for jiu-jitsu, try it out. I'm like in these weird positions, and like my first move was a triangle, like probably one of the most difficult things to be like, all right, you're gonna like become the pretzel, you know. And like,
were you ever like, is this a joke?
Yeah, oh my God. I'm like, well, that's kind of why I started Chick Jitsu, like the women's class, because I'm like, yo, like, these are positions that I have been in with like my male partners. Like, this is,
they
you know,
can get uncomfortable.
Right. You're like, oh, hey, nice to meet you, giant man. Let me hop on top of you. Squish my titties, you say? No problem. Like, you know.
I'll suffocate you with my chest. Good luck.
That's a tap, right?
I'm on top of you.
Yeah, which is like kind of awkward. So, you know, and with, you know, with that, you know, I did, you know, I'm able to separate myself, as a lot of people end up doing, from the awkwardness of what jiu-jitsu is. Mm-hmm. But in order to show everyone how important it is and to welcome women and, you know, younger people into it, it's like, hey, girls only. And it's a little bit easier to, you know, laugh and joke with girls and then be like, all right, this is so awkward, but like, it's important. You know, that's a lot easier. So it was like I said, a lot of times we'd do workouts, it'd be 2 hours long. And it's not 2 hours of like, go, 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 go. We'd stop and we'd chat and we'd go over, you know, just normal lady stuff, mom stuff, anything like that, and recommend each other, you know, to better each other's lives and whatnot. Yeah.
That's nice. That sounds like before you started like the Chick Jitsu competition, it kind of sounded like you already had a nice little community for yourself.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, because like I essentially went in and was like one of 3 girls, you know. So and then now whenever I go to the seminars and stuff, I tell the ladies, I'm like, I know it seems like every single time that my eyes are swelling up with tears because it means so much to me that like I literally had no one of a female to work with, right? And you guys have like the whole team. You guys are going out there competing together. You guys are making sure that each other are there all the time. That's really like, that's something super special.
Yeah.
You know?
And rare.
Yeah,
Very
super rare. Yeah.
So was that the group that we saw?
Yeah, that's one of them.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
So they just like train self-defense and then they travel and compete together.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how popular she was at the convention center?
Guys, we're here at ADCC Orlando. We're trying to make it to weigh-ins. I'm dying. I just like shed a few pounds in the sauna and she's like Miss Celebrity over here as we walk every 5 seconds.
Yeah. Making a circle, I'm like, through the door, back through the door. All right. Picking up 3 more to go in.
You're like, where'd they go? And we're like, where'd she go? God damn it.
Phone numbers are good to have.
do you love that though?
Oh yeah.
You must love it. I love talking to people. Like I love when people are like, oh my god, hey, like so excited to see you. Like I get like that when I see people, so I like when people get like that when they see me.
Right.
I get that. That's nice. I get it.
I'm like, I have social anxiety. We were talking about
Really?
So bad. And she's like, yeah, I want to have
I
this.
can't tell.
Yeah.
I can't tell she's got it either. Like I was literally like, bro, right now my social anxiety is like through the roof right now. I didn't want to have to talk to those people on the way out, and we did.
What
whatever.
Oh.
Girl. Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't want to have to talk to nobody.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done here. Yeah, you guys are like in the corner, away from everybody.
But that's how I feel like I want to be sort of like, I don't know. It gets crazy that
so many people are like bombarding you.
Yeah.
Aww.
I mean, like, I don't have a problem with it. It's just something that I've definitely, you're like, oh, don't mind if I stumble over my words because I'm really nervous right now. I'm not even nervous. It's just like, you said not cats.
Not cats. You're not cats, guys.
You're not a cat meowing at me, so like, I don't know.
Give me a sec. Just give me a
So now for the tournament, when did you start the Chick Jitsu tournaments?
So that began in 2019 was the technical like stamp we're doing.
So you're
this.
new. You're
Yeah.
still new.
2019.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought it was longer than that.
Yeah. Well, Chick Jitsu, that's what I'm saying. Like Chick Jitsu has kind of been
gonna be 5
around.
years.
Yeah, it's still a long time, ladies.
I feel like it's new for like as far as like a competition circuit situation.
Well, I
that's
think
still
it's
pretty
really
new.
awesome for absolutely, it's brand new.
Yeah.
But the fact that we've stuck with it through our first tournament, February 2020, and we all know what happened after that.
Oh my god, yeah.
But
we're still traumatized. Continue.
listen, so it was like we had this crazy tournament. It was one of those things that, my partner came to me and he had this idea of doing the tournament, and I'm sitting there like, all right, like plenty of people have wanted to do this, but it's really difficult to like actually make happen. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I just want you to know that like I'm on board for all of that, but it's gonna be like fucking.
It's an uphill battle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Imagine.
So I was like, get ready for this, and he believes in it, and I'm because he's seen me teaching the Chick Jitsu at the gym, and his daughter's there, and like he tells me the story about how his daughter is getting a little bit older, so the kids the boys that she's going against are getting puberty and stronger and all that kind of stuff. So he's like, the girls only tournament. The idea that it happened. So 2019, we're like, all right, we're gonna make this happen. February 2020 hits, and I'm like thinking, I'm so nervous. Who's gonna sign up? It's gonna be something where like there's like 10 girls maybe. Like I'll be excited at 10, and the mats were packed. Like it was girls flying from all over. Yeah,
nice.
but we're offering $2,500 for an absolute. So like we're expecting
$2,500. That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, and
I think that helped your case. Honestly, like those cash prizes really drew in the women because when there's just a medal, like I don't know, women like. I don't know, man. We don't get that motivated to like go out of our way to compete, but like these cash prizes seem to draw out more women.
I feel like that is a yes and no thing, And I was nervous. I told him like, because Lou was the one that's $2,500. I'm like, yo, like we can give them $300 and they'll be happy, kind of thing. And he's like, no, I want to make the impact. I'm like, listen, I'm for it. If you got that kind of money,
do you have that?
Because I don't. I'm over here like choosing from black beans with salts or not. Because it's a penny cheaper, So he was all about it, and from there I was like, I'm gonna take this as my baby right now, and it wasn't just putting it on Smooth Comp. It was me going out and like headhunting every single girl, anyone that comes through, even now on Smooth Comp. I'm like, all right, gray belt, 75 pounds, 10 to 12 years old, writing to every single gym on Facebook, Instagram, going to old competitions and finding the girl's name and seeing if I can find her, so on and so forth, to be able to fill up these brackets. I'm like, I at least want 3 girls in a bracket, know? So, Yeah, that's how it started in 2020, and then COVID hit. Everybody was on fire, right? There was the best, absolute. We had like big names out there, UFC chicks out there, like top black belts out there, girls starting over that were, you know, the big names when they were younger out there. Like it was super awesome, and boom, like it was like nobody's allowed to do anything.
Yep.
You know,
Can't go nowhere. Can't
Well,
do
it was
nothing.
like the climax, and then it's like.
Wow.
Like you just like watch it fall, and I'm like.
And that was the first one?
Yeah, it was the first one. Yeah. So the cool thing was, is it like technically that was like on everybody's heart of fire when COVID hit. You know, it wasn't something that like we talked about and then COVID hit and we didn't quite get to do it. It's we
did it.
Ready to go. And then COVID.
Yeah. So like I said, I feel like that heart of fire was like it definitely was in myself. There was times where it was rough. We even had like an event. Then we had an event that we booked it, and it was like almost like days before that the place is like, the new law is and you guys can't be here, and we're like, well, we have people flying in, like, and again, like, I don't have money to make up for that, like, I don't, what can I do? I'll give you a free rash guard, like, sorry that you flew in, like, I felt like such a bummer, and I take a lot of that to heart because I am trying my hardest to make this happen, and to sit there and be like, I'm sorry that you flew in from wherever, like, I don't know what to tell you, like,
I know, like, it's kind of like, that's a situation that's out of our hands, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's a COVID, COVID thing.
It was a COVID thing, right?
Come on. Like, it's not like, oh, the venue said actually, like, I don't know, we just can't have this event here.
Right.
Not for no reason at all. Like, no.
Yeah, there was like all of these weird stipulations because, you know, as we were opening back up, everyone's like, oh, you can't do this, but you only can do this, or you have to do, like, there was all of that, and it's like, whatever. So there's
did
like.
people give you a hard time for that first event?
Honestly, no. And like, with stuff like that, I have to, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I know that we're not going to people please. You know, we're not going to have, everyone's not going to get happy. And one of the biggest, you know, stipulations with Chick Jitsu is, especially with the super fights, somebody's gonna lose. Like, two girls are going out there on a fight card with their pictures and telling their family, and someone's gonna lose. Like, it's one of the greatest things, in my opinion, to learn how to lose in front of all of those people. Because you're, like, honestly, though, it's like, you're not just losing and then leaving fight to win, and, or, you know, not saying that is a bad thing. It's just like, you go, you leave, and that's it. You have all of these other women and all of these other girls that are cheering you on and motivating you, and, like, that's, like, you're already on a pedestal by being there, by being not only one of the only people out of your gym that's doing it, but like a female that's doing it, and that's a big thing. Like I said earlier, like you go from 10 years ago, 5 years ago, there weren't as many girls doing this. Now we can throw a whole tournament about it. Like, that's pretty cool.
It is.
That's pretty cool. No, and you're getting even more. You're doing more tournaments now. Like before, I would only see maybe like a few a year, and now I'm seeing almost like every month.
When's your next one?
So we have on the 18th of this month, November 18th, we have a full tournament. It'll be our last one of the year so that I can take a break. No, I'm just there's no breaks.
The hustle never ends.
Hustle, it really doesn't. But it was super cool that we are finally at a point now where, like, and I'm a Virgo, so, like, we have all of the priorities and, you know, everything's nice and filed. And so I have it to where I can essentially be like, who wants to host? And people are like, we'll host. And all right, do you have this, and this, and this is what you get, and and it's set up. So we've already got half of the year for next year booked.
Awesome.
I know. I know. It's so cool because I was looking back at you know, my goals for the year, and one of them was travel outside of Florida at least one time.
And you did do that.
And I did that so many times. And because of Chick Jitsu. Like, it wasn't because I wanted to see my family. It was because, like, Chick Jitsu brought us away from, you know, our home to share it with other people.
Yeah,
so
I saw you with your, like, your U-Haul, like, your big-ass vehicle, like, taking all your equipment and stuff. So awesome.
And, like, we set up. We get there. We set up. Everyone's like, you need help? And we're like, we really don't. Like,
we really don't.
But that's what I like about my team. Like, I have the best group of people working with me because it really is, like, cut and dry. There's a level of being able to, you know, trust each other that we're not getting there and be like, which it happens. It happens, and especially in the beginning, man, me and Lou would, like, get in these huge arguments. Like, a married couple being like, "Ah!" But it is what it is. You know, that's what happens with partnerships, and like learning to understand them and trust that, you know, like even with those moments, you know, we're only here for the benefit of Chick Jitsu, you know, that kind of stuff. So, but now it's like, all right, we got this, you know, I think like 5 totes right now full of like merch and full of tables and all that kind of stuff, and it's very easy to throw in there, get in the car, go, you know, show up, set up, and be gone. Yeah.
Awesome. So what do you think is like the hardest part about getting the tournament together for the Chick Jitsu tournaments?
I think the hardest part is just headhunting.
Like to
it's exactly what you think would be the hardest part.
The matchmaking part.
Yeah. Because a lot of girls are inspired to do it. It's then the stipulations. And I'm not Bill Gates that, you know, has tons of money that can just fly you out, which I wish that I could.
The
and
stipulations. What, they're like, I'll go if you fly me out?
Well, I mean, we had one girl that was like, to show 5,000 to win this. I'm like, girl, like, we're just
what?
Yeah,
No.
I'm like, no, I'm just trying to make matches. And like, we got these really cool crowns. I made them.
We got these cool crowns.
Those are really cool
It's just-
crowns.
I have
super
one of
fight.
those crowns. Very adorable.
Yeah.
Very
and
adorable.
sparkly.
And sparkly.
And sparkling. But yeah, so matchmaking is definitely one of the hardest things, just because, you know, that does give people, parents, coaches, the competitors the opportunity to say no. When you're like, yo, like, just do it. You know?
Just do it.
Just do it. That's what I was saying on my Instagram today. I was like, you know, I'm not worried about my weight cut. I've fought, you know, at the point where I'm at, I started as a 120er, right? And I would have to cut some weight to get to the 120 to be able to be on that scale, depending on, you know, again, like my hormones, my menstrual cycle, whatever it is. And I'm sick of doing that. And then I get there, I made the weight cut, and we don't have anyone in that bracket for you, so we're gonna bump you up to 165, 170.
Oh my God, always.
Right, but I'm like,
It would have been nice to know that before I cut 10 pounds.
exactly. So I'm like, so I give up on that, and you know, like in the end, it's like, yeah, who are you competing with in the gym? Like, who are the people that you're rolling with? And like, honestly, it is a lot different for like me to go up against a girl that is in my weight class, because I don't often get to roll someone like that. So when I do have the opportunity to go against heavier girls, I'm like, this is great, because I kind of know the body type. It's a little different, but you know.
But I know it.
But I know it. Like, I feel like the pressure of a 165er is a lot different than a pressure from like a 125er. And that's, you know, not just with weight, but like with the mighty person strength that us little people have is like.
For me, it's the speed you
Yeah.
little people
Yeah.
have.
People are so fast.
I was like, yeah, give me them heavies. They can't roll with me.
They can't catch me.
Right. With the 125ers, I'm like, who's gonna go first? I was like, you gonna run out about me? Like, who is it? Yeah, she ain't even 9. Yeah. So,
Oh, man. That's
so
funny.
yeah, I advocate to people to, man, just take a match. Like, what is it? What is it really that we're going out there for? You know? Yeah, we're going out there for crowns, for money, for, you know, super cool medals. Yes, you have it on smooth comp so that you can have your numbers, your ranking, and all that kind of stuff. But in the end, like we said in the beginning, I went to a jiu-jitsu class, and it was a floor of men, and they looked up and they're like, ew, fresh meat, like that kind of stuff, you know? I was like, so be that person that goes out there and says, like, it's just girls, like, we're girls doing this together, and we're both doing it, like, yes, we still get you around the same weight and stuff, like, we're not going to throw you out there to the wolves, unless you want to be, you know? Unless you want it, like me, I'm like, whatever, you know?
Well, the last competition
you
of
got.
yours I attended, the one that won everything was a lot smaller.
She won both.
Yeah.
classes,
Yeah, it's like, you know, you don't know. And like, that's a something that I go over with a lot of the girls that I train too, and my daughter even, you know, it's like, don't worry about the other person, because you don't know like how they're going to show up today. Mm-hmm. Like, they might be the top athlete, but maybe today's the day that they've had enough, you know? And it's a real thing.
It
Yeah,
is.
they're having a bad
I'm like,
day.
I was so big on, like, I was a big hater on Ronda Rousey, only because the day that she threw her finger into, I think, Misha Tate's face, out of her being mad at the UFC kind of twindling things around. It wasn't Misha Tate's fault. Misha Tate didn't set it up. And this chick's going to have the opportunity to show the world that there's women fighter out there doing badass stuff. And what are we going to do? Throw a little hissy fit attitude and show each other that, like, disrespect is the thing.
I hate that so much.
I'm like, we're out there, I get it, to like armbar each other, to choke each other, and like there's the aggression part, but that's part of the game. After the game is done, I want to be like,
There has to be
We wanna
grace
be
on
bimbos.
both sides, I
yeah.
think.
Well, I mean, like, and I just don't like the idea of it sells. Stop making it sell. You know what sells is I want her to succeed in her life too. In this match, it's gonna be me.
Oh, you mean like creating the beef is what sells?
Yeah. And like,
see.
you know,
Okay.
like I feel like you have the opportunity to stand in front of the world and be like, you know, especially with the fighting aspect of it. Like I only signed up to defend. I was a single mom in a really bad neighborhood. Like I couldn't be like, rolling over, baby, I think I hear something. I had to be like, hey, yo, who's here? Like, you know, who's here? You better be scared. We don't call the cops. Like, you know, like
with your deep voice.
but for real though, like I'm big mama. Like,
I'm big. Be scared.
They get in. It's a little
5'1" person. Oh God, you found me.
But still, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that was my purpose for signing it up. And I feel like with the UFC, that does give women, you know, you hear a lot of times that women see that, and that's why they sign up. Like, they wanted to, that seems fun. She seems like she has a nice body type, and martial arts gives you sexy body. I don't know, whatever.
Apparently.
Right.
I'm
over here like, oh no.
We gotta look at ourselves.
I got the black belt syndrome. I was like,
What does that mean?
like, haven't you ever seen where like black belts, you know, they
Slowly like just start
Yeah,
chilling.
that's it. I'm over here like this is my last time competing. I'm not working out though.
Oh yeah, you did mention that. Yeah, you said you
This
were
is
gonna...
your last competition?
Yeah, I don't like to sign blank checks, but as of right now, in my heart and in my lifestyle, like this is it. I've competed since day one, pretty much. Like I said, I went there for self-defense, and all of a sudden I was competing in Muay Thai, like world championships, and you know, doing Jiu-Jitsu every other weekend, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've been doing it. I'm good. Like I have nothing to prove. I want to be a really great coach. I want to be a really great speaker for women to learn how to do self-defense. I feel like martial arts does so much more than make you have a sexy body that makes you be a weapon. It also like changes your mental state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we talk about that all the
your way of
time.
thinking,
the way that
perspective.
this kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The way it kind of like shifts your perspective on things, and it helps you kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just your perspective, and it applies to life in general.
Right,
Also.
right. You could be learning about an armbar and something clicks and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible person in relationships.
I'm a terrible person.
Wow, I can fix this. Like, you know, I'm gonna call my mommy. Like but it really is stuff like that ends up coming out of martial arts that, you know,
those
makes
emotions and stuff.
But it makes you a better person. Like, and if you think about it, you know, I talk to my girls all the time about dating martial artists and how like they're probably one of the softest people, like the weakest people personally that I've ever experienced. And I think that's because
like in a good way.
not always.
What do you mean by weakest? Like,
So I in my history of, you know, being around men and, you know, dating a handful or talking to girls that have dated martial artists, there is a lot of like weakness that I feel draws that specific person into martial arts. For females, a lot of times it's more of like, you know, situations where we want to learn to defend ourselves.
Empower ourselves.
Right. And guys, it's a little bit different because I feel like it's almost like they have points to prove. They've got bullies to, you know, show them boss kind of thing. Where, you know, in a dating aspect for me, you know, or for the people that I've spoken to as well, is like you get a lot of guys that like, I don't know how to handle my emotions, but my arm bars do, and like I can really get my aggression out this way though.
No.
Which I mean, like,
I
you know, that's not saying, you know, guys are weak or anything. I love
Emotionally,
Chick
they are.
Emotionally, though.
But emotionally, I'm just saying that's the type of person that I have seen frequently end up in the martial arts. And do they get better? I'm sure. Like, I'm not saying that that's not why. I'm saying that's why in the beginning. How about that?
Yeah, like that's a different reason that men and women start.
I can see that.
I can see that.
So it's your last time, okay? And then you did mention like you were gonna try to open a gym or something.
Yeah. Yes.
Tell
I
us
feel
about
like
that.
I've always said like I like being in the background. I like, you know, being able to help people and their passion and all that kind of stuff. But I also feel like I have a super special gift. Like I have this great, I don't know, flow with kids that like they just, you saw them tonight. You know,
they were like all obsessed with you.
But it's because of the way that I think I relate to the children while I'm teaching them, you know, and adults as well. I feel like that's something that, you know, if you believe in whatever, I think that you get this opportunity to go to the earth and they're giving you like, you know, a selection of things. And if that's the truth, I was like, I want to be a really good speaker and coach. I want to be able to say something to everyone and they understand.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a lot of things where you see like higher level people, black belt people, you know, purple belt people that are really good at jiu-jitsu. But if you ask them to teach you, it's not there.
Yeah.
You know, that's a fact. And I'm not that person. But I also don't have like these like super titles or anything like that. And I've always said that I want to be a better coach than I do. Like I'd rather.
You want to pass the legacy along more than
yeah.
you want to make a name.
Yeah,
I definitely loved helping women, specifically women. I don't mind helping dudes, obviously, but like it feels different when you can like help a female develop her jiu-jitsu and help them grow and help them get
special.
better. It feels different.
But I feel like, you know, now's the time that it has shifted in my heart that I feel I could open up a gym. I've run so many gyms. I've helped with so many gyms, you know. I have my whole, again, Virgo. I always say it. I'm like, right now, you know, what is your purpose in life? State your purpose. For me, I'm like, I want to be able to have, if a millionaire walks up to me and is like, I got $1 million, why should I give it to you? I want to be like, here's my binder.
Here's my binder.
Let me help you flip through it. This and this and this, and this is why. And like,
please invest.
And it essentially be something that they're like, well, how could I not? You know, that kind of thing. So like, that's essentially what I've been working on for 11 plus years. And I feel like now is officially the time that like, the universe is doing little pushes of like, yeah, this is it. Let's do it. You know, no rush, no like, there's no set space or time or anything like that.
Don't try not to force it.
But I'm definitely putting it into the universe. I'm saying that I'm ready, and I feel like it's getting a lot of great responses.
It's fantastic. It's listening.
It's so listening to me. Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
But I feel like, you know, I can't really focus on competing at the same time as I'm trying to make stuff like that happen. With Chick Jitsu already, you know, building up, you know, already half into the year. And I don't want to just do like one per month. Like that's half into the year of traveling. I haven't even started in Florida yet. So
that's
like
wild.
Awesome. I'm not even from many of those places, you know.
They're not even in here.
Yeah, they're not even in here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I want to be able to focus on that because it does get to be a lot with trying to find these girls, you know, and convince them.
I can imagine it's so tiring to message constantly everybody and then no.
Right.
No.
Yeah, and especially in the beginning, I'm like, listen, why wouldn't you? Like, I will give you money. So, like, for the super fights right now, the absolutes have actually been dying down, and that's what I was saying earlier. It's like a yes and no thing, because we're like, all right, we have $2,500, and they're like, oh, you know, so-and-so's going to come here and get it. I'm like, so beat them. Like, or, like, where's so...
Like, they're saying that someone else is going to win it already, so what's the point?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, and then for me, I'm like, I want to know what your opinions are. Like, help me make that not happen. All right, we'll split it up into weight classes. All right, we split it up into weight classes. Now you have to show up. Like,
where are you now?
That's for me. And I'm like, okay, if you have an opinion, you have to like follow through. Like your opinion, I showed you that it matters. Now you show me that like it matters that I listen to you. Like, don't just be, what is it, like an asshole? Like, don't just ask for shit and then not show up. It's like,
so rude.
Like, ew.
Yeah, it's true. Like, you put in your 2 cents and you complain, and then they adjust to it, and then you still are like, oh, right. I'm still not going to get involved.
Right. I'm like, we're gonna split the money up a little bit, and then we started lowering the money, because it's like, okay, so Erin Harp shows up, and there's 2 other girls for her to go against. It's kind of rude for us to, you know, for the last few months say you can win this much money, and then you show up, and there's 2 blue belts in the bracket with you, and me say you can't get that money. I'm like, there's so much, right? You got to stick to your word. So then we're reducing the amount. And, like, that was one of my big things in the beginning was, you know, you do go to these outside tournaments and they are offering the women absolute less money. And you're like, why? Oh, well, the women aren't signing up. And I'm like, well, they're probably not signing up because they feel like...
That's not enough.
What the fuck? What's going on here? And, like, I can see it from a promoter's aspect where, like, right now our absolutes have only, like, just touched the absolute money amount. Like, I don't have money. Like, it's not in my pockets like that. I want you guys to put the money in and bet on yourselves, essentially. Exactly. And then whoever wins.
Exactly.
You know?
Bet on yourself.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, like I said earlier too, with, you don't know how somebody's going to show up that day. You know, I've shown up on the mats right before, like, I'm talking about a minute before. and they're like, your dad's in the ICU, just had a heart attack, wouldn't be alive if he wasn't here.
Oh my God.
My whole world was like, womp, womp, womp. And like, I was like, what the fuck? And like, my friends looking at me talking, and I'm just like, I'm saying words, but I don't know what they mean. Like, I just couldn't grab onto life right there.
Wow.
And I still hopped on the mats, and like, definitely one of the ugliest performances that I ever put out there. I got rear naked choked in like 2 seconds. I played like a leg game for like a minute, and I was like, all right, like it's almost like I want to go out there and be like, all right, I came out here.
Yeah,
right?
I did it.
I did it.
And I did it, and then I tap. And
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I don't have a problem tapping to underbelts. And, you know, the girl was, I think, a blue or purple belt at the time. I'm like, no, she showed the fuck up. She was ready for that, you know, that match. She took me home. But like, for me, I'm like, I wasn't in the headspace for it at all. Like, it happens, you know, but I just feel like with competition, I'm so over it at this point, you know, like for me, I get it. But for all of these girls out there, I'm like, just show up. Like, you don't know how somebody's going to be that day, and you could beat them. Like, they could be tired. They could be hurt. I go out with injuries all the time, and it's just whatever, you know? You see somebody on the list, and you're like, oh, cake work. And it's like, oh, wait, it's not cake work today. They've been training hard.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. You think it's going to be easy, not easy. You think
They've
it's going to be
been-
hard, it wasn't hard.
They've been training that heel hook. And that's all they wanted from you. And they got it. You know, that kind of stuff. It happens.
So you're excited for that gym? That's going to be in Tampa? Or somewhere
I
else?
have really, honestly,
You don't
like, I
know
don't know yet. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still putting my feelers out there. I would like it to be close by my parents' house. You know, I'm getting close with my family and, like, making sure to take care of them and stuff. So I would like it to be close to home, but at the same time, I feel like wherever it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I've put it out into the universe. I'm doing my work for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those, like, well, I said it.
We'll
and
see.
It'll fall on my plate, I guess. It is what it is. No, I'm hustling the fuck out of this. Like, it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen, but we don't know where yet.
Or maybe I do, and I'm just not telling you.
Or that.
And
I'm
that's
not
okay
Tom
too.
Holland.
And that's okay, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. But do you have any more questions for her?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Is there anything you want to mention about Chick Jitsu that's exciting or new or that you want to promote?
or anything you just want to talk about that maybe we didn't ask about?
Well, I think that everybody should stop eating meat, especially the way that it's taking over. I'm just kidding.
Can I ask you a silly question that has nothing to do with
Yeah,
this?
go ahead.
Okay, if you were friends,
I wash my hair.
you have to be friends with non-vegans, right?
Yeah.
Would you get offended if a non-vegan put on her Instagram stories a thing of like a flank of like meat with like a knife through it? Would you unfollow your friend for that?
I already have.
You
I'm just
unfollow?
kidding. I don't even have friends like that. No, I don't care.
I don't know. Yeah, some people
My
just
kid
can't
loves
see
steak.
it.
No, well, my purpose behind not eating meat is like beyond like, oh, Chloe the cow is so precious. Like, it's
Yeah.
not like that. It's a lot more of like
Health.
the way that the food is raised, especially in America.
I
or,
understand
You know,
that.
wherever
Okay.
the fuck we get it.
Yeah, health stuff.
But yeah, chemicals and all that kind of stuff. And then
Hormones.
hormones AF. I
Gives
had
you all these
hormones.
diseases
Yeah.
eventually.
So it's more geared toward that, and then also I've been without meat for so long that it's like almost like I have tasted it. Don't get me wrong; it's happened in my food.
tasted it.
Bro, ham is the worst. That's on a Greek
don't like
salad
ham.
always, and it's like I'll be like, oh no ham, please, no meat, la la
I don't
la,
like ham.
and they're like, did you want extra slivers of ham? I'm like, oh my god, and it's the worst. That's the worst one to taste. Ugh. No, I'm like, I don't like the taste anymore. I did start eating eggs and fish, and I was just going over with a
Nice.
friend the other day that
So
like,
aren't you technically a pescatarian?
so
then?
no, because they eat like they drink milk products and stuff like that, and I don't. So
Okay.
I'm a weird one.
Okay.
I'm 5 shots of
It's
espresso,
okay,
Jepha.
yeah,
Like
doesn't
it's
even
You eat what you eat. Like, who cares about these labels anyway?
learning. Yeah, I'm not. I cannot be labeled
Because it
but
does get all like,
Yeah.
it starts crisscrossing.
I don't
like,
do milk products. I don't do like I said. I eat fish because for me, I can go fishing and chop the shit out of a head off a fish.
You
right?
sure can,
I can do
yeah.
that. I can't go out there and kill Sally the cow and rip the chicken.
I can't either.
I can't do that.
But I can go to the supermarket and buy.
So listen, okay, Spider Girl, because I can't demand their death. I cannot demand a death by someone else that is not me, right? But that spider, though, I mean, like,
Guys, there was a spider in the car when we were driving. Mini panic moment. That's what we're talking about.
and she didn't kill the spider, even though
No, I didn't
requested
want to
for
kill
it
the
to.
spider.
We
They're
released it into the
necessary.
wild again.
I did.
Nah, this is like like this. I don't even know what to name him. He had such a big body.
He's
You know, you
Gary.
name it Gary, yeah.
His name is Gary.
Gary Gray.
I thought
Gary.
it was a Charlotte, and then I looked at it, and I was like,
Gary
no, it's
Gray.
definitely Gary.
Gary, we picked up from the Olympic Fit. He just got his first dose of test. It was showing in his shoulders.
Yo, he looks
That was a
intense.
fat spider.
But yeah, so I don't demand death on something that I can't, kill myself. Which I could have killed the spider myself, but I was like, that's what I was letting you guys know. All right, everybody's going to remove themselves from the car while I fuck this bitch up. I'm gonna put it in some resin and remember it forever for this moment.
Oh my god, I'm gonna carry him around with me everywhere.
I'm gonna put him in there and be like, nobody else, right? He's split in half. Like, smush.
No.
It's actually kind of cool now. I want to kind of do this kind of resin
Don't do that.
necklace.
Don't do that.
But yeah.
No, well, I guess. Yeah, I actually like resin product. Never mind.
I like amber.
We have a resin 3D printer. Anyway, do you have any questions for us?
No.
Any exciting things? Anything you want to know about us? You don't care about us? It's
No.
fine.
It's weird.
Fine. That's weird.
She's like, no, I'm here for
I'm
you
here
guys.
for you guys. My
Um,
brain only went to there. Remember that social anxiety? It's dropping.
It's reaching its maximum.
It's reaching max. It's gonna touch water.
Well, I think we answered most of our questions anyway.
I think so too.
I think we really just wanted to talk about the Chick Jitsu stuff and the tournaments and like your goals and
We've also kind of wanted to have you on the show now for a hot minute.
Yeah, so
and then you're just fun. You just
I
seem
can
like fun
always
to
come
talk
back
to.
and we'll
Also,
talk. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that idea. I kind of want to compete in one of your thingies, my bobbies.
You should just
Maybe.
do it.
Thingamabobbies.
Watch. All right, watch me spin my game. All right, like why wouldn't you though?
It's just my competing and exam anxiety when I compete. I get
But
really bad
why?
anxiety.
What is it? What part?
I don't even know, cause like after I'm done, I'm done. Well, no.
So how are you gonna not do something because you don't even know? Dang.
I have done
See
it.
how good I am?
have,
I'm
but
gonna
I
fucking
have.
put you in there.
But I have. I've done so many competitions, and
Yeah?
I've done competitions I've done well, competitions I've done
That's
bad.
the whole point.
It blows. It blows. The entire like anticipation of being there and like waiting and oh my god, I'm gonna make a fool
But
of
see, we
myself.
take all of that away. That's the coolest part. That's why I do weigh-ins like the night before. You can send me a video. You can do like a picture. Like as long as I know that it's there today, whatever. So we can have proof to your opponents.
Yeah.
But like I am super like I don't want to care about a scale, right? That's one of
I don't even weigh myself. So actually, I lied. That's my biggest issue. My biggest issues are weigh-ins.
Yeah. Okay.
My biggest issues are freaking weigh-ins.
But like because of what we just went through, or
Not just because of the way
the people part, or like the actual stepping on the scale.
the actual stepping on a
Okay.
scale. Like I myself
Okay,
right
see?
now, I don't know what I'm
Right.
walking around
Me-
at, and I'm not
I
trying to
didn't
find
want
it
to
out.
either, right?
I'm not trying
I was like, I
to
signed up for the big one. I'm good. I know I'm good. Don't
I'm
make
here
me-
like as long
I
as my
signed up for
jeans
the
keep
big
fitting me
one.
looser with what I'm doing.
Right, yeah.
I'm a happy. I'm a
Yeah.
happy
Yeah,
camper.
that's
So
what-
so yeah, that's always done it for me.
And that's
it's
what
always been.
that's
the
what
scale
I
for
try
me.
to take away because I do feel it is awkward. Like we just went and like raw dogged it in front of like 100 of people, right? Good thing I didn't have to take off my pants because normally I would get into my little
Yeah.
boxers and stuff because I don't like depending on
boxers.
whatever
I've
it
had
is.
to do that, like for
Right.
nagas and stuff like that. I've had to
Yeah.
strip down to like
Yeah.
a swimsuit.
Yeah, because let's be real. Like I'm holding hair right now. God forbid. Like my
Yo,
titties
your hair
are like
has to be heavy.
Yeah, like we're holding weight in weird ways. So yeah, taking off my shorts might make a difference of me making my weight today.
And also the whole menstrual
Oh, yeah,
cycle
like you
thing would
mentioned.
mess
Always,
with me.
always.
Dude, one time for a competition, it was an IBJJF. I'll never freaking forget it. I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm 1 pound off. No big deal. I'm just gonna run it in the parking lot before. No big deal. I run. Tell me why I came back 2 pounds heavier.
See, I knew it.
I
Tell
knew
me
it.
how.
I already fucking knew
Tell
it.
me how I came back 2 pounds
Because you're a
heavier.
girl,
No
because
water,
you're
no
stressed,
nothing.
Because you're
Yeah, 'cause you're
stressed.
stressed.
2 pounds heavier.
Because
You're
I
stressed.
literally what the post I made today talks exactly about that. I was like, men don't know what it's like to wake up and not like the home dude was like, I pissed out 3 pounds. I'm like, I fucking probably gained them because I'm standing there. Like, it's so different. I was like, for us, not only do we have the menstrual cycle that we have to worry about, but it's like I know I busted my ass for this X amount of time. I know I might be a pound off, or I know I might be on point, but my period said, "What's up, girl?" And we 5 pounds over today.
Yeah,
which is like-
always 5 pounds.
Right. It's
bro.
But and then on top of that, the second that like your body's like, all right, we're gonna have anxiety now.
We're gonna be stressed. Now you
Yo,
gotta wake
like
up.
literally just throwing up in a bathroom for
Right,
no freaking
right.
reason, dry heaving because there isn't even anything in
Yeah.
there.
So it's like our bodies are naturally choosing to do that. And so for me, for Chick Jitsu, I really try to take that away. I don't want people necessarily,
to be stressed.
I don't want the stress of it. I don't want any kind of the stress. That's why I'm asking what part of it.
That's
right?
I think the weight is always
Right,
the
it's-
hardest part, because
right.
the other part sucks, but I can get over that.
Right.
Okay,
People-
big deal. I
yeah.
suck sometimes. Sometimes I'm great. Sometimes I'm not. It happens. No
Yeah.
big deal. But the weight thing
Right.
and getting to that, and then I've stressed about it so freaking hard that even when it's over, I'm still like
Yeah.
thinking
don't
about
think-
it.
yeah.
I've already got anxiety.
Your chemicals, in your brain. And you learn, but that's, again, with one of the things that is special about jiu-jitsu and martial arts and all that kind of stuff, and also going to these types of events, is it almost like trains your brain to relax, right?
Yes.
But yeah, so for jiu-jitsu, we do take that kind of away, so you don't have to worry about it. For the super fights, again, it's like right now I got one girl that dropped out, and I talked to the other girl, and she's like, yeah, no, I'll take whatever. And I talked to this girl I think is going to be a good match, and she literally was like, I gained some weight, I don't know how I feel right now, I haven't been training that much, I really want to do it, but blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, it's just like any other role on the mat, except for somebody can get a crown. I was like, when I see people go in there like it's for $2,500, then let's see some blood.
Then for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
We're
And,
going-
and
But
be
when it's
ready
for
for
a
it.
crown,
Train
when,
for
like,
it.
yeah.
when it's for a crown, I was like, it's more than just you. Like, you got to learn to work with that no matter what in your life. It's
Yeah.
not going to go away because you didn't do the tournament,
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna find its way back into your life in another way. What I'm saying is get out there and show all of those little, like, there's little girls out there that are watching you, that are inspired. There's people, there's women in the sidelines that wish that they could do something that you're doing, and you're over here being like, I couldn't do it because I was scared because of the people and the thing and and it's like, but even if you win, that's great, that's cool, right? But if you lose, people are always like, you did so awesome out there.
That's true.
Like,
They're supposed to say
unless you went out there and laid on the ground,
Yeah,
it
like
was
a dead fish.
dude,
Like, oh.
I've done that too, though.
man,
But that was one time, and it was having a really bad
and
day.
it happened. But what did you learn? You learned how to
Never
move on.
again.
Yeah, never again. You learn how to move on. You learn never again. So I think that those are like really awesome opportunities that I'm sitting here trying to spit some game, trying to be like, yo, like, just hop in it, because what do you have to lose? Who are you gonna wake up and be the next day? Like the
Still
same
gonna be
person.
me.
Yeah,
Still
same
gonna
motherfucking
be
person.
me.
With a crown, maybe.
Yeah, maybe with the crown. Maybe I'll suck a little more, but that's okay. I'll just put some more work
But
in.
you know what? Jepha is always there with them badass pictures.
You
I'm like, you always get a good picture though.
Yeah, at least. Even if it didn't go well.
If it didn't go well, I got you. I got that high five.
I got that
serious
high five. I got that smile at the end,
Yeah.
smile in between.
Yeah. Everyone.
For you, it's smile in between, not for everybody.
There's always
Yeah.
a smile in there somehow. Always. Even when I'm getting abused.
That's probably the
I
only
think that's
time
why I
smile.
laugh. I'm just like, lol. Like, oh man, I'm getting my ass kicked right
Yeah,
now.
this is
lol.
great.
I need to get the fuck out of here. All right, let's figure this out. Hiya.
Fun. Okay. Now I think we're done.
Now we're done.
No, we're done, so it's okay.
All right. Oh wait. Oh yeah. You already said it. You're a Virgo.
Yes.
Do you know your moon and rising or?
I am a Libra moon and a Gemini rising.
Oh, Gemini rising.
I know, it's so.
That makes sense why you talk to everybody though.
I know, right? that makes up for all of the personalities.
And then you doing like a million things at once is your Virgo-ness.
Yeah.
100%. And then you said Libra moon.
Yeah.
That one,
It's
I'm
weird,
not sure
right?
how that one would
That's why
be.
I want people to pet me. I'm like, don't hug me, but like when you do.
I
Right
love
here.
hugs and I love being pet. So,
But when we get there, I'm really sweet.
well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for finally sitting down with us. I'm glad we finally got to meet up somewhere in Florida
Yes.
and
Yay.
talk. That was cool. Because I did run into you at East Coast Trials and I was just like,
I'm like, I'm
Points.
dying. Sorry.
I knew it was
I was
the
like-
time. I felt it.
I was like, I have 3 minutes left before I'm out.
I felt it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it threw me. Well, it also threw me off because I was like, I don't.
You're like, who is this lady?
I'm
Pointing
supposed
at
to
me.
recognize people here? I've never been to this place in my life, and there's
There's
people
this
I
lady
know.
pointing at me from the bleachers.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Did you not
it was-
recognize?
No, I
me?
did.
Oh, okay.
But it was like one of those things where my slow brain was like analyzing.
You're like buffering face.
Yeah.
You were like
facial
going through
recognition
files.
service.
Yeah, I was
Who
going
is
through
that
all my
person?
files, all of our past conversations were like being brought up in front of my eyes. I was like, oh shit.
Your facial recognition
Yeah.
software was buffering.
It's crazy. Yeah, because I was feeling pretty bad.
Aw. Well, awesome. So
Yay.
Tell people where they can find you on your socials.
So you can check us out, Chick Jitsu, at like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff.
TikTok.
No TikTok.
No TikTok. Just
We tried to take girl. I can
Instagram.
only do. I'm matchmaking
I'm telling
too.
you, bro.
I'm marketer. I'm like everything. I'm
lot.
photographer.
It's a
like
lot.
the
It's a
competitor. That's why I'm like, all right, we out.
All
we
right,
out.
we're eliminating competitors.
Yeah, get out of there. We're fucking done.
So Chick Jitsu on Instagram, YouTube,
And Facebook.
and Facebook.
Yeah, we actually have a really nice little Chick Jitsu network group on Facebook right now.
Nice.
A lot of girls are getting into it and like
Really?
talking. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna join that.
Yeah, you
I'm
should
gonna join that,
because I love having those like prompts that the girls talk about it, and it's not always just like what's the best rash guard and stuff like that. It's like let's talk about some real stuff,
It's like,
ladies. Let's talk about some cool things.
Although, if you know where I can get some gi pants, if you're a curvy lady, let me know, okay? Because I got a lot of stuff in the backside.
Let's work on it. We'll make it Chick Jitsu.
Nice.
I'm not even playing.
I really need
playing.
it,
Yeah,
okay?
we got
Sorry.
shredder. We got shredder geese and stuff. You know.
I was thinking about it, how awesome it would be, at least for somebody with like my body type, if I could get the gis where it's the gi pants here, but like in this crotch area, it was like stretchy.
We have that.
Really?
Yeah.
I need
I
that.
got you. That's what I said.
I need that so
I
bad.
got you.
I was like, to your
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like, it's stretchy here.
Yeah.
And here.
see if
and
I
then
could
they
just
it-
have just a little
they have
extra.
It on the back too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look
I
at
got
that
you.
because I
I
really
got
do
you.
need
We'll
that.
talk.
I haven't done any gis because like my gi pants
Man,
fit
that's
me
okay.
so
Listen, I don't even know
uncomfortably.
what I'm saying here. Never mind. I don't got you. The gi is stupid. Don't even wear one. Just no gi is everything.
No gi is everything, but come on,
You're like,
bro,
what am I
gotta
even
do all gi
saying?
class.
Nah. That's a class you don't take. That's the day you pick like cheer or something. I don't know. That's yoga day.
That's yoga.
That's
typically
that's
my
leg day. Sorry
Your
guys.
workout
for me.
day.
Technically,
Yeah.
they're my workout days.
Yeah,
my
your
gi
workout
days are my
days.
workout days.
Excuse done.
Yeah. So, all right, back to.
Oh yeah, we keep trying to
All
wrap
right,
this
so,
up.
so goodbye.
That was Jepha Mooi, black belt, Chick Jitsu owner,
Co-founder.
co-founder.
Yeah. I got Lou. Shout out to Lou.
Shout out to Lou, also helping with the ladies in the tournament.
You're an honorary sister.
You're officially part of the Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood as well. All right, so we say, I'm gonna say thanks for tuning in. No, she's gonna say that. So that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We're tapping out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. 1, 2.
So that's it for us.
Thanks for tuning in.
We're tapping out.
Whoop.
That's it for us.
I was like, is that what she told me to say, right?
Is that what you told me to say?
We're tapping.
Oh yes.
Oh, everyone's calling me.
Everyone's
Just one picture.